Yo, what's going on guys? It's your boy Poison Kami here, just me, myself, and I back at it again with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about my time in Hungary with the tournament. And yeah, it's mainly just like based around the tournament. So you'll all be pleased to know that I actually did win the tournament. I came first place. It was really intense, actually, really good. Um, I didn't actually expect the grand finals to be exactly what it was. I did have like a slight expectation of it, but it was still a fun grand finals either way. Really good. So I'm basically just going to be talking about the tournament, the rules that I had to go under, and just basically the day in general. Just a quick note, actually. RJ and I did an interview about me before the tournament, before it was started, talking about it. And what I was planning on doing is uploading that interview on our own Wolves of Despair YouTube channel. So we actually have a new Wolves of Despair YouTube channel because the old Wolves of Despair YouTube channel was just gone. Like me, RJ, or E just cannot find the password or the details for any of it. So that channel is just it's scrapped. We're gonna have a new one, and we want to start uploading content onto it. Stuff with like the Wolves of Despair Academy, the dojo content between myself, E, and RJ, and I was even coming up with the idea of just uploading some things based on the tournament from me and RJ onto the channel. So if you stay tuned, I'll try and get links to that and get that situated soon. I have to speak with RJ. If not, I'll upload the interview onto this channel at some point. So the tournament, really, really fun, really interesting. A lot of people were saying to me, because a lot of you who play Storm, they like to do Switch Tech a lot, and they were saying to me was, like, Poison, why are you competing? Like, this isn't, you can't play this way. You can't play without Switch Teching. Like, you're probably gonna end up losing because they've been playing this way. Like, it's hard, blah blah blah. Like, you're limited to one support. You know, you're stripped of your usual style. And I didn't actually see it in like in a negative way. I saw it as more of like a positive, testing myself. You know, I wanted to test myself to see if I could play that way, play without switch teching, play without the two supports. So from the starting of February, I practiced for a whole month. You know, until the tournament that was on the 14th. Just playing without any switch teching, thinking of other like strategies and other like play styles I could do, and playing with one support, and I had to come up with one support teams. So I was basically just teaching myself to do that a lot. Like RJ went like a different route about it. He just wasn't switching at all because he knew if he hit the analog stick, he's going to do some mad tech and save chakra and get himself eliminated. So his switching was a lot less than what I was switching, but I noticed at the tournament he began switching more and he was a lot more comfortable with it. But when we were training, he was literally just picking like Yugito and Pain and just sticking with Yugito. He didn't switch to Pain once, and then he would pick like Neji and Hinata and just stick as Neji the whole time. He wouldn't even touch Hinata. So yeah, it was really interesting, like how it changed us. And one thing we had to bear in mind is that the Hungarian players, their community, they play this style all the time. Like they've been playing this way on purpose since the whole 4 years Storm has been going on. So it was really interesting having to adapt to their style and then try to beat them with it. It was so hard, but it was really interesting. So the tournament, really good. Overall, I didn't actually drop any official matches against anybody. I dropped one game to a guy named Unabomber in my first game, in my first actual like first official game. I lost that one, and then with the rules, you're allowed to switch characters if you lose, and because every match was a first to two, like a best of three. So in my next match, I switched from Kisame Hidan, who I lost with. Terrible, absolutely terrible. I switched to, I think it was Darui and Naruto, something a little bit more powerful. He was using like Kakashi and Sasuke. But then the cool gimmick was with this tournament is like once you've used the characters, you can't use those characters again in that stage. So in the group stage, I used Kisame and Hidan, can't use them again. And then I used Darui and Naruto. This is all within my first match against Unabomber. Couldn't use them again. So against my future opponents who were like Allround and like Sakaishi and Chibem, shout out to all those beautiful people as well, great people. I couldn't use those characters against them anymore, so I have to think of other duos and other teams to use against them for one time only. And that's what made the tournament interesting because everybody had to choose their teams at certain times. So I was making sure that I was using my weaker teams first and then saving my most like OP teams for last. Yeah, really, really intense for everybody. Like everybody had to make like smart decisions. Like on the way there, I was thinking of who I have to use first, who I use when, and later on, at a later point, I'll be uploading all of my fights that were streamed from my perspective, and you'll see like all the characters I was using against certain players and how I went about it. Yeah, the group stage was like a bit easier after a while once I got my mojo of the offline play, and then I made it into top eight. And then top eight was still quite an easy way into like the finals section. Just I was analyzing everybody very carefully and making sure that I could still keep characters like good characters. Like I was actually fighting this one guy in groups, no, in top eight, sorry, named like Kyle Terrell. So I just saved like Nagata and May and just used Nagata and May. Now I look back on it, it's probably actually very unnecessary for me to do that. So I made it into the grand finals. Unfortunately, I was expecting, and I did state this in mine and RJ's interview, I did expect to see RJ in the grand finals, or at least within the top three. And unfortunately, he did not make it that far. He got knocked out by Chibem in the losers. I think it was Sakaishi who put RJ into losers, and then RJ then met Chibem in losers, and then Chibem put him in fourth. And then Chibem and Sakaishi fought to fight me in the grand finals, so they were fighting for second and third. They had such an intense match. Oh my god. I think at some point in the future I'll be uploading their matches. It was so close. Sakaishi won 2 games. Everybody around was like, yeah, Chibem's lost, Chibem's lost. And I was sat there and I was watching Chibem, and I noticed like during like Sakaishi's 2 wins, he was actually beginning to change a little bit. And I was like, no, I think Chibem's gonna make a comeback. Chibem then won 2 more games. Okay, and in the final stage, I forgot to mention this. In the final stage, it's a best of 5 at this point. So even though Sakaishi won 2 matches, he had to win one more. So first to 3. And Chibem wins 2. They're 2-2 final round, final game. And I was like, oh my god. And at this point, no one knew who was going to win. No one knew if it's Sakaishi or Chibem. Like, everybody was saying different answers. Some were saying Chibem, some were saying Sakaishi. Low key, very, very low key, I wanted Chibem to win because I couldn't use Shino the whole tournament. Because, oh yeah, another rule. Another rule was that everybody can ban a character against them, which means you say a character you want banned, and no one can use that character against you. Like, you are completely immune to this character. So for myself, I banned Danzo because I was scared that they would use his awakening and one-shot me and just eliminate me from the tournament. So I banned Danzo. Turns out the Hungarians don't even like using awakening, so it was pretty much a waste of a ban for me. It turns out Sakaishi banned Shino, which means I could never use Shino against him. Shino is literally my main right now. Like, in the game, Shino I consider as my best character. I think he knew this, so he banned Shino. A bunch of other people were banning Pain, so I couldn't use Pain against them. My number one OP duo for the tournament was Shino and Pain, so I didn't end up using either of them the whole time. But either way, even though I low-key wanted Chibem to be in the grand finals for my Shino play, I was still happy to see that actually Sakaishi did beat Chibem. Chibem got placed third, and it was me and Sakaishi in the grand finals fighting for first place. It was good. I remember, Sakaishi just came up to me and he was like, literally, dude, I ran out of all of my best characters. This is going to be a tough one. I was like, dude, like, just try. I was saying to him, just try, don't give up. And we shook hands again for the third time. We fought. So we had 3 matches altogether. We fought in groups, we fought in top 8, and then we fought again in grand finals. Sakaishi had a lot of endurance and a lot of stamina to keep coming back at me over and over again and taking down all of the other players just to make his way in grand finals. So huge shout out to Sakaishi. He definitely deserved second place. He did so well during the tournament. He did had some up and downs in groups. He actually lost his first ever match against Chibem, which wasn't looking very promising for Sakaishi. So Chibem and Sakaishi has like a rivalry going on, and it was really interesting and great to watch their fights and see how those two were coping. Like, not only was I enjoying like my time there and watching everybody play, but like just the rivalries between everybody was so intense. It just made the atmosphere so great. I didn't want the event to end. I just didn't. So yeah, I meet Sakaishi in the finals. I beat him 3-0. and I win the tournament. Unfortunately for Skyshi, I think he was getting a little burned out at the point. I used Sarada and Gara in the last match, actually suggested by Playco, because Playco loves Sarada. I thought, why not reach out to other players? Like I didn't ask Playco for the suggestion, but Playco was like, yeah, use this, and I was like, yeah, why not? I don't even use Sarada. That's the thing. Like, I never use Sarada. That's like when I uploaded the first match in the grand finals between me and Sakaishi was destroying me, and I had to really think hard because I was like, oh god, like I haven't actually lost an official match yet. I've dropped a game. Like I dropped a game to Unabomber, and I'm pretty sure I dropped a game to someone else in top 8, but I haven't actually lost official matches yet, and I wanted to keep my streak going. So Sakaishi was destroying me. He almost like 2-stock green barred me, and I was like, okay, I had to start utilizing Gara's range more and his sand showers more to actually make the comeback. Ah, man, terrible, absolutely terrible. So I actually wanted to show off my prizes. So with first place, I won a few prizes. I'm not actually prepared enough for this video. I've completely left them scattered around my room, so bear with me. Be right back. One of the prizes that actually me, Sakaishi, and Chibem got, because I got first, Sakaishi second, Chibem third. We all won these Nissan bags. It's a great company that do Japanese like noodles and stuff. It was actually, I think this is actually like in like a sponsorship with the event, like with Pixel, like the association that was hosting the tournament. Because I kept seeing it a lot on the stream. So yeah, we got one of these bags each, and then inside some of these bags, I'm not sure about Chibem and Sakaishi right now. It's been a good few days since the tournament. We basically got like a bunch of noodles each. So like inside the bag, if I could show you, it's like a snippet of like stuff. But basically, we got like a bunch of like these soba noodles, and like a bunch of like these noodles, like Soba Classic, and then like some of these like cup noodles as well, and these like cups. So the problem is with these noodles is like I love them. I love like all these noodles. I actually gave some to RJ and Alina as well when we were staying. It's that my problem with these is like none of this is in English at all. Like I realized. I guess it's because obviously we're in Hungary and stuff, but yeah, a lot of this appears to be in Hungarian. There we go. Yeah, none of that is really in English. But it's fine. Like Q doesn't know how to eat noodles, so yeah, we have a bunch of these. Got even more like soba, soba. Lots of that stuff. Lots of different flavors like Thai. We got like Peking duck as well, and like classic flavor. And you've got more of these as well, and all different types of flavors as well. So yeah, literally the whole bag was full of these noodles. So I'm pretty sure myself, Chibem, and Sakaishi have been enjoying these. I know that I've enjoyed the few that I've had, and yeah, I'm pretty sure they have been too. And a really neat bag. I love this bag. It's my favorite color as well. So yeah, works out really well. Yeah. So the next prize, really cool prize. Okay, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. This prize is mega expensive and rare. Like, I don't think you guys understand the velocity of this. I have won this. This contains a cartridge of every single Naruto manga in all of Naruto. So it's got all of them like listed here. Not every single one, obviously, like on the cover. Like it's just showing like the majority. But basically, inside of that is like a cartridge, and basically, I also got this thing called an E1 book. This is another evolution of manga books. Really cool price. So big and huge shout out to Grasshopper, Lesco, and Alrond. I believe it's 3 of you. I'm sorry if I missed any names. If I remember Alrond telling me it was you guys that went to Japan. There is probably more of you, but huge shout out, a massive thank you to those guys going to Japan, and they actually went to Japan and exclusively got me that gift while they were in Japan. Amazing. So let me go get the actual device itself. So yeah, huge shout out to those guys. I am eternally grateful. Massive big thank you to them. for the first place prize. It's absolutely insane. It's called an E1 book. It's basically a manga reader. So it's like a device where you can store lots of manga. So yeah, really cool. Um, so I've actually already gone ahead and set it up when I got home. I didn't bother doing it in Hungary because I just wanted to like keep it all like packaged away and like and stuff. Here is one side of the cover, and then there's another side of the cover as well by Progress Technologies. Really interesting. What you do is that you open up the manga reader. So it looks like a regular book. So like I'd have to. Let's see, I'm gonna have to change some things. Hold on a second here. It looks like a regular manga book. So what you do is that you know you can keep it closed, and then you see this like little like bit right here. So these look, it looks like regular pages, but they're not. They're not regular pages. You open up that bit right there, and then if I can show you guys. So this is the E1 book. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly just grab it out of this thing a second. Put that there. So yeah, with the E1 book, it shows. So I have the Naruto cartridge in there already, and with it, you can basically change. You know, you can choose any chapter. So this has all 700 chapters of Naruto in it, from the beginning of Naruto all the way to the end of Shippuden after the war and everything. So yeah, I think it's no. Oh yeah, okay. So here's the content. So here's the first one by Masashi Kishimoto and everything. So yeah, this whole thing was like designed and made by Masashi Kishimoto. Really interesting. And then you can change the book, and you can start from the very beginning. Really interesting stuff. And it's literally you can just flick through, and it's like an actual manga book, and you can change. And it's really cool because you can choose from different arcs as well. So you can go backwards. Where's the arc select? Ah, perfect. So it was this button here, and it brings you to the arc select, and then you can choose which arc you want to go to, from the the beginning of Naruto to like the Shippuden era as well. You can basically skip to any part you wish. Really awesome price, really expensive I heard as well. Basically, this thing is like almost worth more than my life. I'm really grateful for this. I think me and my partner have been making a lot of use of this. Probably more her than me, because she's more of the reader than I am. But still, I love this so much. It is great. So yeah, I'm really amazed by all of this. And again, huge thank you to the event organizers at Pixel Association. You guys have done an amazing job with the tournament and with this prize. Love it. I still have one more thing to show from my prize pool. Oh, I dropped the box. But this is my first place trophy. So it's a very nice like glass made one. It's got the Pixel Association thing on it. First place. It says where it was. It was in Hungary, and the date. It was on the 14th of March 2020. And it says like the type of tournament it was at the top as well. I'm not sure if you can see it very well. The lighting is terrible, I know. But yeah, it's got the Storm 4 logo on it. I am so proud of this. This is beautiful. Love it. Right now I'm keeping it as box for safekeeping until like I get like a proper place to put it. But this thing is literally like my pride and joy. Like when we were coming back from the UK with this, I was literally just saying to Megan like we need to protect this with our lives. Like this is actually more important than me. So yeah, if the plane clashes, make sure this gets home. So yeah, that's literally everything from the tournament. So yeah, that's my thoughts and opinions on the tournament. I actually really enjoyed it altogether. It was challenging at first trying to adapt to the style of switch teching or anything like that. However, I did get over it in the end, and I still enjoyed myself and had a great time, and I won the tournament. These first place prizes are amazing. Again, like a big thank you to everyone who were competing, and even the guys at the Pixel Association. I'll be putting their Twitter and their YouTube down in the description. So if you want to check out any of their content, please do. I'll also put their Twitch channel in the description as well, in case you want to check out the live stream. The live stream of the tournament is actually on there, and all the matches, you can find all the matches from the beginning to the end. Really interesting stuff. So yeah, again, huge thank you to them. I am eternally grateful for them, for Lesko especially, flying me out to Hungary, allowing me and RJ, giving us the chance to compete in their annual tournament. It was just an amazing feeling being able to play to play, like, being able to play like offline in an environment of dedicated Naruto players. There's such a rarity to me, and I really did enjoy my time doing that. So again, huge thank you to you guys, huge shout out and much love to everybody who competed, like Chibem and Sakaishi and Kautarel and Unabomber and literally everybody there. You're all absolute heroes. You're all beasts, and all of you have so much more potential to grow and keep getting stronger. I promise you that. Keep playing the game, keep trying your hardest, and I promise you, you will even like reach greater lengths than what you already do. Big thank you to all of you. Yeah, so anyways, I've done enough rambling. That was just me and my thoughts on the tournaments. I will be uploading more content on the fights and stuff coming soon, and I'll see if I can try and integrate some of the stuff um, at the Wolves of Despair YouTube channel when I get that situated. But until then, guys, thank you for watching. It's been a great experience. If you guys have any questions or if you want to know anything more, please ask them down in the comment section below. Be sure to hit up like Chibem and Sakaishi on PlayStation. They're very talented players. As always, it's been your boy Poison Takami. Janet.